All right, let's talk about a huge transformation that's on everyone's mind, getting ready for AI. Today, we're going to walk through a 90-day playbook to take your company's APIs from a state of, let's be honest, total chaos to being intelligent and AI ready. Let's dive in. You know, this quote just nails it. AI is completely rewriting the rules for how we build and use software. And right at the heart of all of it, your APIs. They're the bridges that connect everything. They can either be the rocket fuel for your AI strategy, or they can be the brick wall that stops it dead in its tracks. So what's really holding things up? For most companies, it's not a lack of fancy AI models or big ideas. Nope, the biggest roadblock is actually something much more basic, something hiding in plain sight right inside their own systems. The whole problem really boils down to this. There's a massive divide between how humans use APIs and how machines need to use them. And this right here is the critical blind spot that so many people are missing. Okay, let's break this down. As human developers, we're pretty amazing, right? We can deal with messy documentation, use our intuition, and rely on what folks call tribal knowledge to just kind of figure things out. But an AI agent? No way. It can't guess. It needs explicit, perfectly structured, machine-readable instructions. If it doesn't get that crystal clear clarity, it just fails. Game over. So the bottom line is this. If your APIs can't speak machine, your whole grand strategy for intelligent automation is going to grind to a halt. This isn't just about tidying up your docs. It's about building a foundation that AI can actually understand and act on. So how in the world do you fix this? Well, we're going to walk through the solution right now, a structured 90-day journey. We'll look at the problem we just talked about, then the 3-phase plan to solve it, and finally, the incredible payoff at the end. Let's start with the 10,000-foot view of this plan. It's all broken down into 3 very distinct 30-day phases, and the key is that each one builds directly on the one before it. The roadmap is actually pretty straightforward. By day 30, you've laid the groundwork with clean, discoverable APIs. By day 60, you've built the smart infrastructure needed to actually support AI. And then, by day 90, you get to unleash the AI agents and really start to scale. It's a clear, and more importantly, an achievable plan. All right, let's get into the details, starting with phase 1. These first 30 days are all about one thing, tackling that chaos we talked about and building a rock-solid, AI-ready foundation. We can break this first month down into 4 simple weekly goals. Week 1, you assess and audit what you have so you know where the gaps are. Week 2, you get your teams out of their silos and into collaborative workspaces. Week 3 is all about standardizing documentation so machines can finally read it. And in week 4, you implement quality gates to make sure no new messes get created. And here's what that actually looks like on the ground. This isn't just theory, these are concrete actions. You're taking inventory of every single API, you're automating documentation, and this is absolutely crucial, you're adding that AI consumable metadata that agents desperately need to function. You're basically going through step by step and removing all the friction that blocks AI. Okay, with that solid foundation in place, we move to phase 2. This is all about building the high-performance engine. This is where you create the kind of technical infrastructure that AI systems don't just prefer, but demand. And hey, if you're wondering why this is so urgent, just look at this number. AI-related traffic on the Postman platform shot up by nearly 73% this year alone. The wave isn't coming, we are in the middle of it, and it's growing faster than anyone expected. So in this phase, the weekly goals get a lot more technical, as you'd expect. You're building out high-performance data pipelines, you're deploying intelligent automation to handle really complex logic, you're setting up monitoring that's specifically built for AI systems, and then, the final step, you're enabling your infrastructure to become autonomous and self-optimizing. The key activities here represent a massive upgrade in your capabilities. You're moving way beyond simple request and response APIs. We're talking about things like API orchestration, setting up real-time data streams, and deploying auto-scaling infrastructure that can handle the wild, unpredictable workloads that AI can throw at it. And now for the final phase. This is where all that hard foundational work really starts to pay off. This is all about taking your shiny new intelligent infrastructure and unleashing AI agents to do their thing at scale. So in these last 30 days, the focus completely shifts from preparation to action. You're deploying AI agents to handle routine tasks, you're plugging your APIs directly into large language models, you're launching fully autonomous business workflows, and you're even extending these new powers out to your partners. Now, a key piece of this puzzle is something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. It sounds a bit technical, but think of it like a universal adapter for AI. It creates a standard way for any AI application to connect to any tool, like your APIs. When you adopt this, your well-built, reliable APIs suddenly become incredibly valuable, not just to you, but to an entire ecosystem of AI apps out there. The activities in this phase are a huge leap forward. You're not just using AI anymore, you're actively building with it. You're creating agents that can handle customer questions or analyze business data on their own. You're also setting up frameworks to make sure you're using the best AI model for the job. And you're building out those verified MCP servers for your partners to plug into. So after 90 days of a really focused work, what have you actually accomplished? Well, you've completely engineered a new reality for your organization, one that's built from the ground up on intelligent action. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. In a single quarter, you've gone from a fragmented, chaotic API landscape that slows everyone down to an intelligent, automated ecosystem where things just work. It's a fundamental change from constantly reacting to problems to proactively speeding everything up. This is it. This is the ultimate payoff. This is the new mindset. Your APIs have been transformed. They're not just passive little doorways anymore. They are active, executable instructions that intelligent agents can use to carry out really complex tasks for you. Think about it. Your APIs are now a language that you can use to command machines. The only real limit is your imagination. So the real question is, what are you going to command them to do next?